The WOTUS rewrite comment period will be opening up soon.
We did have a small setback with the court yesterday, but the important thing is we're working on a new definition of waters of the U.S. It should be coming out for public comment in the next 30 to 60 days.
New life and new exhibits highlight the UP State Fair. And Michigan Agricultural Commodities' Chris Betz will join us with a market update. I'm Janell Brose, and this is Farm News 5.
Farm News 5 is brought to you by Ford.
The Waters of the U.S. rule, or WOTUS, is now law of the land in half of the country, following a South Carolina federal court ruling last week. The ruling puts wetlands and waterways in 26 states under federal regulation, while the remaining 24 states are protected by other federal court injunctions. Environmental Protection Agency Acting Administrator Andrew Wheeler told farmers in Southeast Michigan last week that the agency is in the midst of reworking WOTUS.
What we're trying to do with this new definition of waters of the U.S. is to explain to the farmers and to the landowners what is and is not a wetland, so that they can make that decision by looking at their own property, and they won't have to hire consultants or lawyers to tell them whether or not they have a wetland. We think it should be a common sense definition, and that's what we're striving for. So please, when you take a look at our proposal, comment, let us know what you think, and let us know if we can improve it, and we hope to go final with something early next year.
It was encouraging to have Administrator Wheeler here today, who's an Ohioan, who understands the massive importance that is to us, but also understands the importance of agriculture. And so to have him here today, to hear real live people who are involved day to day in agriculture, to hear their concerns, but also their willingness to do things in a voluntary way that meets good science, good farming and agricultural practices, but moves the P forward and doesn't stop us in our tracks, was a good thing to have happen today.
The American Farm Bureau Federation and a coalition of business organizations are appealing the ruling in South Carolina. In a separate filing in Texas, the same coalition is urging that court to issue a nationwide injunction against the 2015 WOTUS rule. It was a record-breaking year for the UP State Fair. Held in Escanaba, the fair hosted almost 88,000 guests from August 13th through the 19th. And once again, the most popular exhibit was the Miracle of Life Pavilion, which featured presentations by Michigan State University veterinarians and students and live births from livestock brought in by County Farm Bureau members from across the UP. Over the course of the week, 12 calves, 11 lambs, and 10 dozen chicks were born. The Miracle of Life Pavilion may be the most popular exhibit, but MFB's Mobile Farm Science Lab was the UP State Fair's newest.
We've had an opportunity to have over 80,000 people come out and see the lab hands-on first time, to be able to share our educational program with all the people in the UP and Wisconsin area.
The Farm Science Lab was also used to educate teachers before starting the school year in the Upper Peninsula.
We're going to have 7 regional educators that are going to be trained in our program. We offer K through 2 and 3 through 5 lessons. These teachers are going to receive that hands-on training, and then they'll take this experience and they'll be working in our public schools throughout the school year this year. The lab will stay up in the UP for the first 6 weeks of the school year, where we will reach out to many of the communities up in the UP, and we'll be able to work with K through 5 schools to expose them to ag education and where their food comes from. From there, in October, we will go back across the bridge downstate, and we will continue our programming for the 2018-19 school year. We are booked for this school year, so we're excited to launch up in the UP and finish our programming down in Lower Michigan. We're also excited to look forward to our 1920 school year, where we're looking forward to bringing the lab back up to the UP to reach some of the other communities we weren't able to reach this school year.
The Michigan Soybean Promotion Committee is devoted to investing soybean farmer checkoff dollars to address grower concerns. We focus our efforts on production research, market development, and outreach. Learn more at michigansoybean.org.
Michigan's dairy herd is a bit smaller. According to the National Ag Statistics Service, the herd was estimated at 423,000 head for July, down 4,000 head from a year earlier. Michigan cows produced 954 million pounds of milk during July, down 0.9% from a year ago. Production per cow remains unchanged at 72.7 pounds.
Are you still waiting to be paid? Learn about your options on collecting money owed to you at fosterswift.com.
Mark your calendar for several upcoming crop field days in Northeast Michigan. Michigan State University Extension will host a corn field day on Monday, August 27th in Whitmore. A potato field day will be held on Tuesday, August 28th in Hawks. A dry bean field day will be held on Friday, August 31st in Lachine, and a soybean field day will be held Wednesday, September 5th in Hillman. There is no charge to attend, but pre-registration is recommended. For more information or to register, contact the Presque Isle County MSU Extension Office. With a look at the latest market activity, here is Michigan Ag Commodities' Chris Betz.
Thanks, Janell. Rain across the Midwest and Plains lent pressure as all three were lower on the week. Little progress was made in talks between Chinese and U.S. officials in Washington, D.C. Wednesday and Thursday on trade. The Chinese Commerce Ministry called the talks constructive and frank, while U.S. officials say the Chinese are offering little to address the issues being raised by the U.S. Next steps and a timeline towards a deal being made remain unclear. Local soybean basis is already feeling pressure from a lack of Chinese demand for new crop soybeans. Details of the farmer aid package are set to be released Monday, according to USDA Secretary Perdue. Support for Chicago wheat on EU and Black Sea region dryness seems to have run its course. EU milling quality wheat values have dropped off, and Chicago wheat with it. For more market information, go to michag.com. With Michigan Agricultural Commodities, I'm Chris Betz.
For more news and video, visit MichiganFarmNews.com and the Michigan Farm Bureau channel on YouTube. With Farm News 5, I'm Janell Brose. Have a great week of farming.